What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Welcome back to the Hargests on Deck podcast. We are your hosts. I am Brandon.
I'm Ashley.
And we're here to talk to you in the year 2023.
Yeah, new year, you guys.
New year. I can't
new
believe.
Year, same us.
Same us,
yeah.
Yes. It's been a bit since we spoke last. Our last video was actually a fun little interview with your brother, Zach Radford.
That was fun.
The golf extraordinary, yes. Thank you so much for those of you who watched that video and commented on there. We appreciate your feedback, and we love hearing what you guys had to say. And we enjoy doing that kind of stuff. So maybe we get to do some more interview-like episodes.
Who should we
in the
have
future.
on?
I feel like people are gonna say. I feel like I know what people are gonna say.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to hear some more Jump5 people.
Oh, okay.
But hey, that's not. I think we should do that.
I think we should.
I think
we
that's
should
a
bring
good
them
idea.
back on. We have had them all on.
Well, spoiler.
Was I not supposed to say?
No, I'm saying that what we're talking about today, if you didn't already tell by the thumbnail and the title, that may be a question later on. So, yes. How you doing, by the way?
Oh, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm a little cold right now.
I'm freezing.
Yeah.
I know my sleeves are up, but
yeah, why are we so cold?
I don't know why.
This fake fire's not doing it for us.
It really isn't.
It's not putting out the heat.
And it's funny because I know that it's warmer in here than I feel like it is. It's hard to explain. It should be warmer than it is right now. So, fun story, which is not really fun. During the cold, so we had obviously, like the rest of America, had a really, really cold week right before Christmas, and it got to -2 degrees here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And of course, that was the one time where our heat pump decided to go out those 2 days, and so it was freezing.
Yeah.
But everything's good to go now. We're back, and I just wanted to share that little story. I don't know why. It was so random.
It was a great story.
It doesn't feel like -2 degrees right now, but it's still cold.
No, I'm good. Yeah.
I'm glad you're good.
Yeah, it's my birthday week, so
it is your birthday week. That's right. By the time you guys listen to this, it will be Ashley's birthday or really close to it.
Yeah, not quite yet. But.
Well, depending on when they listen to it, they might listen to it on Friday.
Oh, that's
Who knows?
true. Yeah,
if you're listening to this on Friday, please leave a comment down below and say happy birthday, Ashley, because her birthday is on the Friday.
Right.
No, you do need to.
Appreciate
you need to.
it.
If you're listening to this right now and it's Friday, you'd be like, oh my goodness, they're talking to me. I am talking to you. You should go there to the comment section and tell my wife, my beautiful bride here, happy birthday. Mm-hmm. Because it is Friday.
Am I getting my first facial on Friday? On my birthday?
Believe you are.
I've never.
I don't
had
know.
a
You're
facial.
asking me. I feel like you got a facial.
I did. I got a facial for Christmas. I got a gift card to go get a facial.
Yes.
I've never had a facial in my life.
I find that hard to believe.
Believe it, baby. I've never had a facial in my life. I'll say it again.
I think it's really sad too, because here we are telling these fine people here that your birthday present is really, in fact, your Christmas present just delivered to you on that day.
No, I'm excited.
I feel like that's kind of cheap.
I'm cashing in my Christmas present on my birthday.
Yeah.
So I get to it's like a 2-timer.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. You're getting to relive that present all over again. So I feel like I need to do more than that.
But I'm very excited. No, I have never had a facial before. I have had a massage, but not of the face.
Is that what you think a facial is? Are they gonna massage your face?
I don't know what they do.
I don't either.
I think it's supposed to just be really moisturizing.
Exfoliating.
Yeah. Get all that dead skin off. I'm very excited.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. And I'm glad it is your birthday week. And I am very excited for you.
Thanks. I'm getting really old, so I don't actually want to talk about it too much.
Oh, you're not getting old at all. If you're getting old, that means I'm getting older. So... But yes, happy birthday to you, and to you, all out there. Not happy birthday to them, but welcome to the podcast. We are shooting this in multiple places. If you are watching this, you're on YouTube. So hello, welcome. If you're not watching this and you want to see us, come check us out there at Hargests on Deck. We are shooting this also on the audio formats as well. So all your podcasts, wherever they're distributed, go check us out there if you want to listen to this.
Our voices are buttery smooth for you.
I hope so.
So
we'll see if that gets fixed in post. But yes, check us out if you want to listen to us on the drive into work or anywhere else that you listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's so many podcasts out there these days.
So many. Everyone has a podcast.
And we're saying this as if we've been doing this a long time. We haven't. But there's just a lot of podcasts, so we thank you for choosing us to listen to.
I love a good podcast.
It is a fun thing.
To help you pass the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's all. I'm glad. Thank you so much for that information. I will say today is a fun one. We are jumping back in to a podcast topic that you guys have asked many, many, many times about. And it is another Jump5 part 2 of our question and answer. We ask questions to you guys. Let us know what you want to hear. And you did not disappoint. We have lots and lots of questions. In fact, we had so many questions from the last time we posted this. We are including some of those in this as well. But we are going to go through some answers to questions that you all asked. And I think we should get started because we have quite a bit this time.
We do. And if we don't get to your question, it's because we had a lot.
We had a lot.
And maybe there will be a part 3 someday.
You know, I feel like we could make this a never-ending parts, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on because there are that many questions.
Yeah.
But hey, if you want to hear that or see that, let us know. We'll keep making content you want to see if you guys keep watching and listening. Yep. So, should we just jump in?
Let's do it.
I've said that pun twice now.
Yeah, it's a good one. It works every time.
It works every time.
Yeah.
So, hit me with the first question.
I'm gonna hit you with it. First question is, so 2 people sent this question in, Naomi Ruth 19 and Court Alexandria 28, both ask, what was Jump5's favorite song to perform live and your favorite to record?
Okay, there's 2 parts to this question. By the way, before I jump into this, gosh, I said it again. It's too hard not to say that.
It's fine.
For those who are watching this going, I have no idea what I'm watching. I just listened to this podcast for,
maybe we should
husband and wife. I should just preface this. I was in a band called Jump5 years ago. We celebrated 20 years last year. It was a pop group. I did a lot of stuff with Disney. So you probably heard our songs if you listened to Disney in the early 2000s. So I should just state that first before we do that. So people are like, they know what's going on.
Yeah. What is Jump5?
What is Jump5? So you said favorite song to perform?
Yes.
And favorite song to record. Is that what you said?
Si, senor.
Okay. So we did a lot of shows. If you had been to any of our shows back in the day, we had quite a visual aspect to it. We all danced,
quite
sang.
Entertaining.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope so. I hope you guys, hi guys. I hope you all were entertained by our shows. We did lots of flips and all kinds of stuff. So it was a fun time for us. We had many shows that we did all over the country.
You guys should comment below if you ever made it to a Jump5 show.
Yeah, let us know
and
when and where.
If you have, how many? I would love to see who in the comment section has been to the most Jump5 shows.
Me too. I would like to see that too, because I know a few of you out there have let us know in the past, but I want to know from all you all. I can't speak today. All of you who have been to a show and who listen to this podcast. Really, have been to some of our stuff. So you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, favorite song to perform. I will say this is one that we did as a closer for almost every concert after this album was released.
Like it was the last song of every show?
It was like the last song of every show because it was such a high energy song. Do you know what I'm talking about?
People usually end on a slower. No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You think people end concerts on a slow song?
Oh, I guess that would be a bad idea.
I think...
you want to end it with a bang.
Yeah, you want to end on a strong point.
Yeah, I don't know. I was never in a band. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Have you ever been to a concert? We're gonna slow it down here before everybody goes home, so they feel just super.
Then I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so do you know what song I'm talking about? Do you know what
song?
High energy that we ended almost every concert with.
It wouldn't have been Spinning Around because you would have had that earlier on in the show.
That was earlier on. In fact, Spinning Around was part of a medley we did later on.
Was it part of... Oh, yeah. You had a dance break.
We had a dance break in the middle. We broke it up with the dance break. Yeah. And that's not even a song, so that wouldn't have been a crowd pleaser. Well, I'm putting you on the spot here. I felt like I should turn the tables on these questions because you are just here asking me and I have to answer.
Not We Are Family. Really?
Her first guess is correct.
I'm so good at this.
We Are Family. Yes, it was We Are Family.
Yeah.
So We Are Family, obviously a cover from Sister Sledge. Oh gosh, don't make me. I may cut that out if it was incorrect. But it was a cover we did back, I think, on the second album. And if that's wrong too, man, I am just missing it. But we did that song, and it was such a fun cover. Everybody knows that song, whether or not you knew who Jump5 was. And so we did that to close out every show once that song was released. And it was so fun. The dance was memorable that we did to it. We actually taught it in our Start Dancing with Jump5 DVD. And it was just one of those, I enjoyed it. It was a fun way to end the concerts. And so that was probably my favorite to perform.
Okay. I never knew that.
There's a lot of different songs that were special moments, but I would say We Are Family is that one. Favorite song to record is a little bit more challenging because we recorded so many songs. I really enjoyed recording the second album. That was a fun time.
Which one was that?
It was All the Time in the World.
The purple one?
The purple one. Everybody knows it as the purple one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Because it was a fun CD, short CD, sadly, but it was a good time because it was right after we kind of took off of our first album.
Where'd you go?
I don't even know how to respond to that dad joke. But we really took off on that second year, and it was really fun to get back in the studio and record some new songs that were just, I thought were some good ones, some bangers there.
Yeah.
I hope they still, last, keep up.
Oh,
what
for
it,
sure.
What does it mean? Still stand the test of time.
Yeah.
I don't know. All those things.
Yeah. Well, we listen to it here a lot. The boys always play it here.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet of you.
We're always jamming out.
That's
to Jump5.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Always a fan.
I thank you so much.
That's
we took a long time on that first question. We have so many questions to get to.
I don't have anywhere to be.
Well,
we'll be here all night.
I hope our audience as
They're
well.
Fine. They're fine. They don't have anywhere to be.
I hope that's the case. Next question.
Next question is from Jojo Swart. What were some of the worst injuries?
Worst injuries. I'm sorry. I got to say, Ashley's favorite thing is to pronounce or mispronounce names. So if we say, if she says,
are you saying I mispronounced?
No, I don't know. I'm laughing internally because
I get
so
anxiety over having to pronounce people's usernames.
If she says it wrong,
actual anxiety.
Please forgive her.
Forgive me.
Worst injuries.
Yep.
Worst injuries on the road. I'm going to say the worst one that I had was, it was pretty rough. So I had this thing with my knee, and I don't know if I've told this story before. I feel like I have shared it somewhere, but I'm going to share it again here.
Did you share it on the documentary?
Maybe.
Did y'all talk about
what? That was where it was.
I feel like you talked about injuries on the...
If you don't know what we're talking about, like I said earlier, we celebrated.
Plug it in. Plug it in.
We celebrated our 20th anniversary last year since our first album. And we did a little documentary, a little special, Jump5 special. It's about an hour long. Go check it out on the Hargests on Deck YouTube page. It's a lot of fun. If you just search Jump5 20 years, it'll be like the first thing you pop up in Google. So
there you go.
So check it out. But I did share the story there. I had an issue with my knee for a little while where every time I bent my knee, it would kind of catch the cartilage in there.
Was that from dancing?
It was from dancing. It had to have been. And I had it for a long time.
It's just over time of all the years of dancing?
It kind of just got shredded, I think. And
and
it would
so
catch.
Painful.
Every time I'd bend my knee, it would catch, and then I couldn't straighten my leg. And if I did, it would pop.
I can't. Things with joints and bones, I can't.
Ashley,
I feel it.
She does feel it. And she actually understands what I'm experiencing because she's had her joints do that.
Oh, yeah, I have a new
recently.
one that keeps catching too.
Yeah, and it brings back memories when I hear that. So I would have to pop it to be able to straighten my leg again, and it was not fun. I really didn't like the way it felt, and it was really annoying too because you'd have to loosen it up to try and get it to straighten out. Well, we had a show in Alaska one day, and it was awesome to get to be out there. By the way, it was super cool, but it was sadly my memories of it ended poorly because we had a show out there. Bears? No, it was moose. No, I'm just kidding. It's the knee. So
it was ice fish.
No.
They popped out of the fishing hole.
So we're doing a show on stage, and I squat down in a ball, and we're gonna shoot up, and whatever the move is, I don't know, but we're gonna jump up and straighten our legs or whatever it is, and I bend down and I felt it catch, and it was in the moment, and again I'm in a ball, on the ground, and when we jump up, whatever, straighten the legs out, pop! It hurt. I felt it.
Chills.
Oh my goodness. I
feel it right
immediately
now.
just extreme pain. And I go off stage just because I'm like, I am in intense pain.
You go hug your mom? I would have found my mom.
Well, it's funny you say that. My mom did. She was the chaperone that trip, and she comes around the back. What's wrong? Because I'm not on stage, and my knee, and it's extremely painful. And I'm like, she said, because she also was our dance teacher as well, and she worked with us on our shows and getting in shape and all these things. And you got to get back out there. The show is still going. You got to get out there.
The show must go on.
And I'm like,
that is true.
Oh my gosh, we're still halfway through this show. And I'm like, okay. So I hobble back out there. I barely miss, a song, if that. And I'm out there kind of just
Do you think anybody noticed
anything? I have
anything?
no clue. I can't remember.
You were at the Alaska show.
Yeah, if you were at an Alaska show.
Were you aware of what was happening?
Yeah, I sure don't remember
Or did
in the
play
moment.
It off
well, it was one of those where I'm kind of hobbling, kind of, it's weird. I'm still singing and performing.
So what is that guy's problem?
Well, because muscle memory kicks in, I'm doing the moves and I'm trying not to put pressure on my knee. And there's a part where we have a back handspring back tuck.
No, thank you.
And again, I'm in the moment, adrenaline's pumping, and out of nowhere, I go back and I do the flip, and I'm like, what? I mean,
what were you thinking?
Okay, listen, we're professionals here, so I knew how to not put weight into my leg at that time, so I was able to cradle it, because halfway in the flip, because you don't want to bail, I'm like, what am I doing? And I, again, safely land so my leg doesn't have any weight in it. But that's all I remember. I'm like, that's the only thing I remember is I flipped and I'm like, what is going on? So after the show, I was obviously in incredible pain. We go, we fly home, we go straight to the doctor to figure out what's going on. They have to do a surgery on my knee. They go in with scopes and they said, okay, it's either torn, shredded completely, and we have to, they said if it's torn, which it was, we can try and repair it. You'd be off your feet for 6 months. Or if it's shredded completely and it's beyond repair, we'll have to cut it all out and you'll be back on your feet in a couple weeks, but you're going to have issues later on in life because there's no cartilage in your knee. Well, I go under, wake up. How'd it go, doc? And they said it was completely shredded inside. I mean, there was no saving that cartilage. They had to cut it all out. And it was pretty rough. My recovery was good. I recovered fine. Everything's fine. I can walk and everything's good now. But I'm supposedly going to have arthritis in my knee later on, which it's been later. I mean, it's almost been 20 years now.
No arthritis yet?
Not yet.
High five.
High five. So
yeah, I remember when you had that surgery done. Yes. I think I came to see you at one point when you. Yeah,
we had just kind of started. Just kind of met not long after that, I feel. Or before that, I mean. So, yeah. It was a long time ago.
It was.
Yeah. So, that was probably the worst injury that I had.
I feel nauseous now.
I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. Again, we got so many questions and I am taking forever on these. Let's go to the next one.
We wanted to hear about that. Cause
I'm sure many people want to hear about those gruesome details.
Yeah. We like it. All right. Next question is from Man from Milwaukee 7. Is there anywhere I can watch your concerts? I'm 14 and the biggest fan. Also, another part to the question, what favorite concert you ever did?
Favorite concert I did. Well,
but first, is there anywhere they can watch your concerts?
Well, Man from Milwaukee 7, thank you so much for being a fan. And at 14, it's funny, that was our age range before. It was like people, teens, preteens, like that was our demographic.
And they're all like 30s now.
I know, because every time I think about like someone who might have known Jump5, I still think of 13, 14, 15, 16, and that range. And it's funny because a lot of kids these days have no clue who Jump5 is, and it's the 30-year-olds, the 35-year-olds that know.
So how do you know about Jump5? Is it
a throwback
thing? Your parents?
No, wait. Well, they would have been a little bit. They're probably older there, but
a relative.
Yeah. How do you know about Jump5? We'd love to know more.
Most of us are in our 30s now.
I know, but thank you for being a fan and listening to the music. It's still out there on Apple Music, Spotify, and on all those places. So appreciate that. Sadly, since it's been so long, we were around in a very unique time. Social media was definitely not a thing. Not even YouTube was a thing. We started in technically we started in 1999, but our first album came out in 2001, and we ended in 2007, which I think we got our first Facebooks back when it was like just changed from the Facebook to
we had
to what it is.
MySpace when we first
Yeah, it was
met.
MySpace, yeah. But we just got those in like our last year of the group, and so none of that stuff was a thing. Twitter was
You're
not
in
a
my
thing.
top, how many?
8. It's top 8. That's
Top 8.
MySpace
You were for
thing.
sure top 8.
So there's not really a place. I feel like if Jump5 was a band nowadays, of course there'd be all kinds of different ways to see our concerts and social media and all that stuff. But sadly, that wasn't a thing back then. But there are a lot of different things out there on YouTube.
There is and there are.
Super bad quality videos because it's somebody on a. It's not even an iPhone. iPhone came out the last year we were a band, the first one. And so it's just like grainy video footage
Like
that someone
from video
uploaded.
cameras.
Yeah, even our music videos are like somebody posted them randomly. And the ones that are out there's not an official page for that. So
I've seen a lot of
do.
concert footage
Yeah.
throughout YouTube, like old videos.
Sure.
So you can find some
You can find some stuff
some
out
clips
there.
of old concerts.
Yeah. Hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot of things that we did that just didn't get captured, sadly. So that's why it was fun to get to shoot that 20th anniversary, because we had a lot of footage in there that we didn't have out there that we got to share. So go check it out if you hadn't seen it. Favorite concert? I was trying to think about this. So favorite concert, we did so many different shows. We did shows all over the country. We did stuff in Norway. We went to Norway to do a concert, or multiple concerts, and that was a lot of fun. We did all kinds of festivals and tours with tons of different artists. One of the biggest shows we've ever done was at a festival called Celebrate Freedom. And that was early on. It was a big Christian music festival out in Texas. And when I say it was big, there was like 100,000 people at this concert.
What year was that?
Oh, it was, I want to say, we did it a few times, at least a few times. I want to say 2002, 2003, maybe 2004, around that. Do not quote me, though, because my memory isn't as good as sharp as it used to be. But that was really cool, because early on we did some of those festivals, but like opening artists for sure, like, but towards later years we got to go on later in the day because we actually had a little bit of a following, and it was so cool getting to perform for 100,000 people out in a field somewhere. So that was really cool. It was a great show. And we've done all kinds of different things. We'll have to revisit. If I think of anything fun like that, I'll have to share more in future videos. But yes, thanks. Good question.
All right. Millie Renee 57 wants to know, what's everyone's current go-to band to listen to?
That's a good question. I don't know what the other 4 would say.
We should call them right now.
We should call them right now. Just kidding. No, it's a good question. I love music. We both love music. And that's something that, there's all kinds of different styles out there. I can only speak for me. I've always been a fan of Coldplay. That's been a staple in my library. Keen, I like them. But one of the artists I've been listening to a lot lately is Charlie Puth.
Yeah.
That man can he's very creative.
He can write some music.
He can write some music. And it's something that I've gotten back into songwriting recently, and I've been very excited about that. Yeah, I've been getting really, really into it again, and I'm hoping to come up with
tuned,
something.
You guys.
Yeah, it'd be fun for us to get to do some music again. But just seeing the creative process that he has posted online, it's been really cool. If you hadn't seen some of his stuff, go check it out.
He takes you through his writing process, which is super interesting.
It's incredible. It really is. So I would say that's who I'm listening to right now. Big artist right now. So good question.
All right, the Crinoline Queen. Don't at me if I mispronounced.
Hi, by the way.
Sorry. Wants to know, I would love to know, she says, the story behind your second/third Christmas album. I've always wondered why you guys recorded it on your independent label, then re-recorded it on the new label with a new album name and artwork. That
is a handful of words there.
I got it out.
Thank you
so
much. I'm very proud of you. And thank you for the question. It's a great question.
It is.
For those who don't know what she's talking about, we have 3 Christmas albums. What? Why is that possible? How is that possible? Why? Why would you do such a thing? Especially when the first Christmas album was a great Christmas album, if I do say so myself. So the story behind this, it's actually a very long story, so I'll try and make it as short as possible. Yes. So we had a Christmas album that we did in 2002 called All the Joy in the World, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was covers of all kinds of Christmas songs. We really enjoyed it. Years later, when we got signed up with Johnny Wright as our manager, those days were a little bit different, and it was later on in the Jump5 timeline. And one of the things I thought would be a great idea would be to do a Christmas album. Now, again, we're kids. We're going along with this, but we're like, we did a Christmas album. But hey, you know what? You guys have some good ideas. Let's try it. And they said, okay, well, to make this different, why don't we do all original Christmas songs? Okay, that makes sense. Let's do that. Let's do a Christmas album. I think it was the time frame when we were going to do this was it a perfect time to release a Christmas album as opposed to doing a full-length studio record. And so that's kind of what we decided to do. And it was all, again, original Christmas songs. We wrote all those songs with our producer at the time, with one of Johnny Wright's guys, and it was a different experience. It was Again, we have been through ups and downs through Jump5, and it's been, there's been the good and the bad, and that was a time where as far as the actual finished product, it was something that there were some fun songs in there, some good songs, but we felt like the overall end product was a little bit less than with the quality of what some of the Jump5 albums had. It's a different producer.
Is that what you were working on when you were out at the
compound? Yes, at Johnny Wright's compound. Yes, I think. Where did we talk about that last? Was that was on another episode of the podcast?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, I think we had a podcast just about that. About Probably. The compound, yes. So go check that out. We talked a lot about going and doing a boot camp out
and you shot the. Did you do like the photo shoot for it and everything?
Yes, we did the photo shoot for it as well out there. So that was kind of the thing. We spent a month out at Johnny Wright's compound in Florida, and we did a whole boot camp thing. Again, not to rehash a lot of the details, but we did that there, and we wrote these songs, and we also recorded throughout that time period. It wasn't just that 1 month, but we felt like the end product was a little less than to the standards of what some of the Jump5 albums have been in the past. And so after we kind of were no longer with Johnny Wright, we were all on our own at that point for our last record. Independent, we had Derek Bruner, who was our manager in the final year, who had been with us throughout almost the entire time with Jump5 as a road manager. We decided, you know what? We had another producer of ours, a friend of ours named Brad Miner, we were like, you know what? We kind of want some of these songs to have another chance, I guess, because he actually produced the final album, Hello and Goodbye, and he thought, what we could always do is we can always remaster some of these songs. We didn't re-record anything vocally, but Brad went in and he basically remastered, remixed, and honestly re-recorded some of the other instrument parts to make a whole new Christmas album with the same songs from the second Christmas album. So we've got All the Joy in the World is the first Christmas album. Then we had Rock This Christmas, which was all the original songs. And then we re-released Rock This Christmas under a new title called Christmas Like This. Oh gosh. I think that's what it is. Did you not know that?
I guess I don't remember 3 Christmas albums.
Oh, we joke about it a lot because it is, as the question was stated.
I actually don't know if I realize. I don't think I knew this.
Well, now you do.
About redoing the okay.
Yeah, we did the whole thing again. We didn't actually record any new parts. It was just a remastering of the actual the songs. And so I think that what Brad did was a better product overall. I still think the first Christmas album that we had was solid, really good, because it was a different time. But I think what he did with the songs we had was awesome. So as far as rearranging and reworking those songs, so that's why we have 3 Christmas albums. But really at the end of the day, we've got one really good Christmas album, I think so. And we still hear it in stores today. I heard it last year. I was in Walmart and I heard it playing, one of our songs off that first Christmas album playing. And I thought, oh, that is fun to hear that. all these years later, 20 years later. So.
All right. Question number 6 is from Candace Rocks 90. What's up, Candace?
What's up?
She asks, why did Libby leave Jump 5?
It's a very good question. We have gotten this a lot, and it's something that when we were younger, we would joke around about it because there really isn't much of a story to it. Honestly, we were kids, and it was something where Libby missed being a regular kid again. It's something where when you're out on the road all the time, you don't go to a regular high school, you're tutored, and your days are very isolated because you are doing school. We did school together, so there was just the 5 of us and our tutor, Gail, and it's a different experience when you grow up and you hear about people having proms and homecomings and all these other things they experience. And I think Libby really missed that.
You had a prom because I invited you to mine.
I did have a prom because I came to yours.
You had 2 proms. Did you come twice?
No.
Oh, because I couldn't ask.
Correct. No, I did go twice.
Wait.
We did go twice.
My junior and senior year.
Yes, junior and senior years. Yes, that's right. Yes. So.
Yeah, so you got a prom.
I did get a prom, so it was great to do that. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah,
I feel like
I made all your dreams come true.
It was amazing. You really did. But she did miss a lot of the things that a normal kid would go through, and that was one thing. I know it was probably a hard decision for her to go through is to step away from what we were doing, because we got to do some amazing things. You guys probably know, but we got to perform for the president, the White House. We got to, our songs were on the radio all the time with Radio Disney, and we had songs in movies and TV shows, and we were on the Disney Channel all the time in between shows with little music videos and stuff. And so we got to do a lot of amazing things. And so for her, I'm sure it was a very difficult thing, but she really did miss that aspect of her life. As we all kind of did, but she came to us and told us one day. It was a big meeting, and that was something where for her to say, hey, I think I need to step back at this point. It was sad. It was tough because we all really enjoyed each other's company, and it was something where it was what does that look like for us going forward? And so that was kind of the whole story. There really wasn't anything else beyond that, because we all are. We just saw Libby. We had a Brittany,
Christmas
my
party.
Sister Brittany had a Christmas party a month ago, and Libby was there too. And so everything was all in good terms for sure. So it was nothing crazy. But people do ask, because it did change the trajectory of what our band was. It was Jump5, but now only 4 people. So that's actually a good segue. I'm going to actually throw a question in the mix because I know that so many people have asked this question.
So many.
They want to know.
Yeah.
And I think it lines up perfectly. So this is from most of you out there who asked, what's with Natasha? Who is Natasha? What happened there?
Natasha.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So
we want to know. The people want to know. They've been asking for years.
I know. They really have.
I get messages about this all the time.
I know. And it was definitely, it's something that was a part of the Jump5 history. A lot of people asked, why didn't you talk about that in the documentary that you did? It's like, well, first off, the 20th anniversary documentary was really to celebrate the beginning of Jump5. And yes, we did talk about some things later on, but it was really focusing on the 20th anniversary of our first album. So that's why we didn't really talk about that, about Libby leaving and Natasha taking her place. But that's kind of what happened. So like I just answered in the last question, Libby, she just told us that she needs to step back and wants to be a regular kid again. And we were thinking about how we go on from there. What do we do? It's Jump5, but there's 4 of us now. And the record label thought, you know what, we really think we need to find somebody to help fill out the group and continue on with that Jump5 name. 5 people, it makes sense. So we said, okay, we'll try it out. We'll see how that goes. And so we had auditions. And we were trying to find someone to not replace Libby, but to be that 5th member that can go alongside of us. And we had a lot of people audition, and the funny thing is we all decided, the group, the record label, we all decided on Natasha, but some of us knew her because she went to the same dance studio that we did years ago, and we we weren't in the same circles, but we definitely knew of her and had met her before, of course. And so we thought we'll go on a trial run. We'll see what it's like. We'll see if it's a good fit, because it definitely is different when you are so used to one person up there, especially the parts they sing, all that stuff, and it's different. It's not that person anymore. It just feels weird. And so we thought we'll go on this trial run to see how it goes. And she did go on a whole tour with us. I think it was a whole season. I think it was a few months or whatever. And she actually also recorded a song we did for the movie Sleepover. We covered the song Freeze Frame. And by the way, I tried looking that up to see if it was out there. It is so hard to find some of these songs that we did. That one I couldn't find on Apple Music, Spotify. It was for the movie, I believe. And I think the only place I heard was on YouTube. So you can go look it up on YouTube and see it there or listen to it there. But she has a couple lines in that. And so we tried this out, and she was great. Nothing against Natasha at all, but it was different. It wasn't the same that we were so used to, because we were a family. We had gone through so much together that it definitely felt different. So after a few months, we kind of talked it over with the record label, and it didn't feel the same. We all kind of felt like it just wasn't clicking. It wasn't a good fit there. And so they said, okay, well, let's try it. Let's try 4 people. And yes, the name is Jump5, but it doesn't have to be 5 people. There's all kinds of things you could go that route with that, including the fact that it's just a name. And again, Natasha was great. We love Natasha, and we haven't really stayed in touch at all. We haven't talked to her. I have no idea where she is, and so it's no hard feelings at all. We just felt like it was the best thing for the group was to go on as 4, and that's what we did. So hopefully that answers your questions, everyone who has asked. It was different because again, the first few years as the 5 of us was definitely really special, and again, we had some great times after that as well. We recorded the album Dreamin' in Color after that with the 4 of us, and we had some good stuff later on with a lot of different opportunities as well. So overall, that was the story with Natasha. So
thank you, sir.
Did I answer it?
For clearing that up.
Clearing it up?
Yeah.
I hope so.
You did great.
Thank you.
Now, I think we're moving on to what we're going to call a lightning round.
Lightning round. Yeah, we answered, what, was that 7 questions, I think?
Something like that.
Which was more than the first part, and there was still a lot of questions we didn't get to, so we're probably going to do more.
Yeah.
This is fun. It's fun. Hopefully you all like it.
I'm learning things.
I know. I can't believe you're learning things after all this time. So
I guess lightning round. You're just going to answer
quick
them super
answers.
fast.
I'll just do some quick answers.
I'm going to cut you off if it's not fast enough.
Okay, please do.
I won't. We'll see. Okay, so question number 7. Candace Rocks 90 asked this. Will the other members of Jump5 guest star on Hargests on Deck at some point?
Good question. They already have.
Yes, they have.
Candace, I'm assuming you already knew that because
maybe
I know
she
you've been
means
around for a while.
again.
Maybe you mean again, yes. But if you go back and watch our YouTube channel, for all you audio listeners, we did have a channel, Hargests on Deck, that we did a lot of challenges, husband versus wife battles and all kinds of stuff before we turned it into a podcast last year.
I did take home the W.
The first season.
Yeah. We only did one season.
Well, that's not to say we don't do more in the future.
I like to end it on a win. So.
Oh, come on. You know what? We may just start up that stuff again just so we can...
it was fun.
See who can take over the crown. But no, we did have, leading up to the big 20th anniversary special, we had each person on in their own episode. So we had Brittany to start. We did a little not trivia. We did a game, though. A game to play where Ashley hosted it and Brittany and I went head-to-head in that, kind of along the themes of the channel. And then we had Leslie, then Libby, and then ended up with Chris. So all 4 of them got to join the channel before we shot the big
It was all leading
anniversary.
up to the documentary.
That was a fun time.
It was
last
fun.
year.
It was really fun.
So.
It was super busy and
And you guys,
all that filming.
those who watched it, which I'm sure a lot of you here watching the show, have seen those episodes. But if you haven't, go check it out. They're on the channel. So. Yeah,
and yes, maybe they will be back.
Maybe that'd be awesome. I'm sure we'll get. I think we talked to Brittany.
We did.
And said, hey, you wanna jump on the pod? the podcast, and she's out halfway across the world right now.
Yeah, she'll be back.
She'll be back though, so we'll probably do it in the future.
Yep.
That was way too long for a lightning round question answer.
Oh wow, I forgot to cut you off.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't cut me off at all.
I know. I ended up contributing. Okay, Joel Satz asks, "Can you still do any of the flips?"
Can I do any flips?
You should show us right now.
Okay, sure. No, I'm kidding. I think I can is the answer to that.
I think you can.
I am hurting these days. My body, my back, my legs, arms don't feel like they used to, and I think I could with enough adrenaline.
You did not long ago in our living room.
Right.
Both of our families were here.
That's right. Was that here at this house?
It was here at this house.
Oh, wow.
You did it right here in the living room.
I don't remember why.
For funsies.
For funsies. I'm glad I didn't
See
break
if
a
you
bone.
could still do it, and you did it.
I did it. That's right.
Yeah,
that was a year ago,
it,
right?
So
was that a year ago?
It actually maybe was for my birthday, or like on my birthday.
Oh, it was for your birthday. That was your birthday present. I'm going to do a flip for you. That sounds terrible.
Well, we had both sides of our family over, or it was someone's birthday.
I don't know why. I promise it wasn't attention seeking. Somebody had said something, and so I'll try it. I didn't break any bones, thankfully, but I forgot that was in this house.
Yeah,
so yes, I'm going to say yes, I can, but don't ask me to prove it.
Okay, Jessica Brew asks, "Have you guys written any songs by yourself?"
Any songs by ourselves? I'm assuming you're asking if Jump5 wrote songs by ourselves, but I'm going to take that question and just quickly, because it's a lightning round, answer that in my own way. So yes, Jump5, we did write some of our own songs. I know for a fact that I wrote a song for the Accelerate album called All Because of You. I talked about that in a previous podcast. Brittany wrote a song, and it was called...
What was it?
Feels Like Fallen. I had to pull back. I don't know if you could see the gears working in my head. It Feels Like Fallen. She wrote that song on Dreamin' in Color. And then, of course, like I mentioned earlier in the podcast, we wrote the entire second Christmas album collectively, which was fun. And as far as writing music in general, yeah, I've written lots of songs after Jump5 was over.
Yep.
Brittany and I did a duo, a band called Guest that we had one album. We wrote and recorded that whole thing on our own, and it was a lot of fun. It is out there. We've talked about that as well, so go check that out. The album is called Change of Scenery. Man, I'm having mental blanks here, so for those audio listeners, I apologize on the dead
it's
space.
a lot to remember. All these albums and songs and such.
Oh, and to answer more, I'm still writing nowadays.
Yeah,
so I'm getting back into it, like I said earlier. So
yeah, he's working on something pretty.
Let's not over
snazzy
hype anything. I'm just writing music again.
I'm gonna hype you up.
I appreciate that.
It's
writing
really
music
good.
again these days, and it feels good to be doing that.
Yeah.
So no idea what that looks like, where that goes, but it sure be great to
hopefully in their ear holes.
I would love that. It'd be great to be known as a songwriter again.
Yeah,
so.
you are a songwriter.
Oh, thank you.
You're my
you
songwriter.
Too. You're
and
the
love
lyrics,
of my life.
and I am the music.
You are the song to my heart.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay. Elbel91 and Why the Ghost wants to know, would you all ever record new music?
Oh, good question. That would be awesome. I know that some of the girls have kind of said, you know what? We're okay being moms right now, because all three of them just had babies back to back to back, basically. And
Mom life.
Yes, they said
mom life will keep you busy.
It will keep you busy. So as of right now, maybe not as Jump5, but again, you're on the Hargests on Deck channel. We are reliving memories from Jump5, but that isn't to say that we won't do something in the future. So stick around if you want to hear something from a Jump5 member. You might hear something from the two of us in the future. We'll see. So, but good question. I'd love for that to be a yes, but we'll see. One day, maybe.
Marilyn Funk, will you ever release any of the behind-the-scenes random footage that Brittany always took?
Very good question. And I do have an answer for you. Very succinct answer. Yes. But you've already seen it. It's out there right now. We did, for our 20th anniversary special, we found a lot of footage from the home video camera, thanks to Brittany.
Again, thing. She was always filming with that thing because you did pull a lot of that footage.
It was pre-vlog footage before vlogging was a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're asking that question because
or maybe they want more.
Or maybe I'm assuming you want more.
Is there more?
There is a lot of stuff, and I want to go through when I have time to get all that digitized and on our hard drive so we can easily share it digitally. But it might be fun to kind of share some of those things later. You know what? That's probably something good we might post here and there in between podcasts, is little videos and just little short snippets of the past, of the history long ago. So great question.
And that's all the questions. That's it. Unless you want me to try to think of some right now.
I think that was a good long episode.
We're done here.
It went by really quick, though, honestly.
Yeah, it did. It was fun. I learned new things, and hopefully you guys did too.
I hope so, and I'm glad you stuck around. If you did stick around to the end, please say something in the comments. What should we have them say in the comments?
Well, we already asked them to say one thing. What was it?
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a Jump5 show? And if so, how many? I want to see who's been to the most.
So
now,
what's
I don't know if I have
thing?
a prize for you, but I'll just say congrats.
Well, okay. But we need one more thing so we know they stayed to the end. Put the dolphin emoji in there.
Why?
Just for fun.
That used to be Brittany's favorite animal when she was in Jump5.
So throw that in there.
A dolphin.
That way we know you stayed to the end. We appreciate you all for watching this and being a part of the...
There'll be a little shout out to Brittany.
Yes.
The dolphin emoji.
Yes. Yeah. We appreciate you guys being part of the Hargests on Deck family here, watching the show.
We are a family.
We are a family.
Yeah.
And we ask you, as your family here, if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment, like I said, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like the video so we know that you want to see more of this stuff. And if you're on audio podcasts listening to this, leave a 5-star rating and review if you want to, so we can see if you like what you're hearing.
Yes.
That's basically it for today. We'll do more of these. We're going to do more Jump5 content, of course, coming up.
Yeah, basically, we're just turning into a Jump5 podcast.
You know what? Everybody else has got the nostalgia bone.
I know,
and people like that.
Is. It's
but,
crazy.
But I think we should go back to some of those challenges back then because I need to reclaim champion. I guess it wouldn't be reclaiming if I never was the champion.
That is true. So
anyway,
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for asking the questions. I don't know why we're awkwardly shaking hands, but we are. Thank you all for watching, for listening, for being here. We will see you all in the next video/podcast.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.